If you spend 1 minute on a task that you put off for the greater half of a week, you'll find that that task really wasn't that much of a problem. You'll find that you've just been putting it off because of a mental belief that this task was difficult, when in reality, it was not. It was just getting started that was difficult. The way that I use the 1 minute rule in my life is for when I'm studying. If I'm trying to do an assessment, maybe it's writing a report for biomedical science, and I really don't want to do that, I try and dedicate 1 minute to just doing what I can for 1 minute. Or if I have to do something in my business, maybe that's some important paperwork that I'm not a big fan of, I will try and do as much as I can for 1 minute. I promise myself it's just 1 minute. And that's just to break that belief or that limitation that I've put on myself that the task is difficult. When in reality, the task wasn't all that difficult. And every time I do this, it just becomes much easier to get that task done and then just get it out of the way. Like something that I was stressing about so much was some important paperwork. And I was just like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I'd rather just do something else, work on some other arbitrary part of my business, maybe just making my website look more prettier. But that was really important paperwork. I had to get that done. But by just setting aside a minute, just so I can overcome that limitation that this is going to be an annoying thing to do, I was able to get the rest of it done. And I realized I was just wasting my time. Like I could have just done that like a day or two ago. So the 1 minute rule can be very powerful when you apply it to the problems that you have in your own life. If you have, I'm not sure, like insurance or some sort of other paperwork, bills to pay, emails to check, maybe it's very important emails. Just doing something for 1 minute or doing that thing for 1 minute can make a big difference. It can be the difference between whether you've actually completed the major task that you've set out to do that day, or you just wasted that day doing pointless tasks. Maybe pointless tasks is in going on Canva, designing a new, flyer for your business, or you're just playing around doing very arbitrary, meaningless, low impact tasks for your business or for your studies. So along with that 1 minute rule, it's just important to apply that to your biggest task and try and make the biggest task that you need to get done currently the first task that you get done in the day. And if you can apply that 1 minute rule to that biggest task, not only will you complete that biggest task, but you've already gotten the hardest thing out of the way. And now you can work on everything else, like things that are more enjoyable, things that you probably never had to do the 1 minute rule for because that's what you really want to do with your time. So yeah, that's how I use the 1 minute rule in my life and how you can also implement it in your life too.